We received this account from someone who prefers to remain anonymous. The events occurred in October 2023 in the mountainous region of the Appalachians, specifically in the sector known as Hollow Creek Trail. This is a story based on true events. For years, the Hollow Creek area has been the center of unexplained disappearances. Since 2015, at least 12 hikers have vanished without a trace. Authorities blame the rugged terrain and bears. Locals know better. They speak in whispers about things that walk like us but aren't us. About voices in the night that mimic your loved ones. About pale figures that climb trees like spiders. My name doesn't matter. What matters is that you hear my warning. Never, under any circumstances, camp in the Appalachian Mountains after dark. Especially not at Hollow Creek. There were 4 of us. Me, my best friend Marcus, his girlfriend Sarah, and our college buddy Jake. All experienced hikers. We had done dozens of trips together. Rocky Mountains, Sierra Nevada, Cascade Range. The Appalachians would be easy, we thought. Just 3 days of hiking, camping at designated sites, enjoying nature. I researched the area before going. I read about the disappearances, but the official explanations sounded reasonable. People getting lost, underestimating the terrain, accidents. Could happen anywhere. I didn't think it would happen to us. We arrived at the trailhead on a Thursday morning. The ranger who gave us the permit looked at us strangely when we mentioned Hollow Creek. "Stay on the marked trail," he said. "Don't deviate. And if you hear anything strange at night, stay in your tents. Don't go out to investigate." "What kind of strange things?" Sarah asked. The ranger didn't answer. He just repeated, "Stay in your tents, no matter what you hear." We thought he was exaggerating, trying to scare us. We laughed as we left the ranger station. Mistake number 1. The first day of hiking was beautiful. The trail wound through dense forests of oaks and pines. The air was fresh and clean. We saw deer, birds, squirrels. Everything normal. Everything perfect. We camped that night at a designated clearing. We made a campfire, cooked, told stories. We went to sleep around 11. It was around 3 in the morning when I heard it. A voice. Marcus's voice. Calling me from outside my tent. "Hey, wake up. I need your help with something." Half asleep, I climbed out of my sleeping bag. "Marcus, what's wrong?" But then I heard something else. Snoring. Snoring coming from Marcus and Sarah's tent, just 3 meters from mine. If Marcus was sleeping in his tent, who had called me, "Hey, come here. I need to show you something." The voice sounded exactly like Marcus, but it was coming from the trees, from the dark forest beyond the circle of light, from our nearly extinguished campfire. I remembered the ranger's words. "Stay in your tents, no matter what you hear." I froze, my hand on the tent zipper. "Come on, don't be a coward. It's incredible. You have to see this." Marcus's voice sounded impatient now, but something about it was wrong. The tone was right. The words were something Marcus would say, but there was something empty about it, like someone reading a script. "Marcus is sleeping," I said aloud, my voice shaking. "You're not Marcus." Silence. Long silence. Then laughter. Laughter that sounded almost like Marcus, but distorted. Higher pitched. Longer than normal. And then the voice changed. Now it sounded like my sister. My sister who lived 1,000 miles away. "Why won't you come out? I just want to play." I crawled back into my sleeping bag, zipped the tent completely shut, and covered my ears. Trembling. The voice kept changing. It went through all my loved ones. My mother, my father, my childhood friends. All voices perfectly imitated. All calling me, begging me to come out. It finally stopped just before dawn. When I came out of the tent in the morning, everyone else was awake, pale and scared. "Did you hear that?" Jake asked. We all nodded. The thing had visited each tent, using our voices to call to us. Everyone had the good sense to stay inside. "We're leaving," I said. "Now, pack up and let's go." But Marcus shook his head. "It's just 2 more days." It was probably an animal, a mockingbird or something. Sarah agreed. Jake too. I was the only one who wanted to leave. I gave in. Mistake number 2. The second day of hiking was tense. Everyone was nervous. jumping at every sound. But as the day progressed and nothing happened, everyone relaxed. By afternoon, we had almost forgotten the previous night's incident. We camped that night by a stream. The sound of running water was comforting. We fell asleep more peacefully. I woke when something hit my tent. A loud thump, like someone had thrown a rock against it. I got out quickly. The campfire had gone out. The full moon provided some light, and in that light, I saw something I'll never forget. A figure, standing at the edge of the clearing, about 20 meters away. It had a human shape, 2 legs, 2 arms, a head, but something was completely wrong with it. It stood too tall, at least 8 feet. The arms hung too low, almost to the knees. The head was tilted at an angle no human could achieve. And the skin was white, not white like pale skin, white like bone, like it had never seen the sun. We stared at each other for what seemed like an eternity. Then it smiled, a smile too wide, with too many teeth, and it spoke in my voice, in my exact voice. "Why are you afraid?" "It's me," I screamed. I screamed and ran toward Marcus's tent. Wake up now." Everyone came out confused. "There's something out there." But when we looked where the figure had been, there was nothing. I grabbed my flashlight and pointed toward the trees. Eyes. Dozens of pairs of eyes reflecting the light. Not animal eyes. These eyes were too high, too far apart, and all watching us with an unsettling intelligence. "We have to leave now," I said. This time no one argued. We packed everything in 10 minutes. But there was a problem. We were at the deepest point of the trail. A full day's hike from any exit. And it was the middle of the night. "We can't hike in the dark," Marcus said. "We'll get lost, or fall off a cliff." He was right. We decided to wait until dawn. Keep the fire big. Stay together. Take turns keeping watch. I took the first shift. The other 3 got into one tent. I kept the fire huge, constantly adding wood, and waited. The eyes never left. They stayed there, at the edge of the light, watching. Sometimes they moved, circling our camp, but they never came close to the firelight. Then I heard something new. Movement in the trees. Above us. I looked up. One of those things was climbing a tree, like a spider, arms and legs moving at unnatural angles. It climbed to the top of the tree and stayed there, looking down at us. Then another started climbing, and another. Soon there were 4 or 5 of them in the trees around our camp, all looking down, all waiting. Waiting for what? I whispered to myself. Then I realized they were waiting for the fire to go out. They were waiting for darkness. I woke everyone up. "We need more firewood, a lot more firewood. The fire cannot go out." Everyone saw the figures in the trees. Panic set in, but we forced ourselves to act. We collected every branch, every stick, every piece of dry wood we could find. We made a huge pile next to the campfire. The hours until dawn were the longest of my life. The things in the trees kept moving. Sometimes they'd climb down a bit, testing, seeing how close they could get. Every time one got too close, I'd throw more wood on the fire, making it bigger, and it would retreat. And the voices, God, the voices, all talking at once, using our voices, the voices of our families, saying horrible things, saying things they knew would hurt us. They knew things they shouldn't know. Secrets, fears, guilt. Sarah started crying. Jake started praying. Marcus just stared at the fire, his face expressionless in shock. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity, the sky began to lighten. The first rays of dawn appeared on the horizon, and the things left. One by one, they climbed down from the trees and disappeared into the forest. The eyes blinked out. In minutes, it was as if they had never been there. We didn't wait another second. We grabbed our backpacks and ran. We ran down that trail faster than I had ever run in my life. We didn't stop except when we absolutely had to. We didn't talk. We just ran. It took us 7 hours to cover what should have been a full day's hike. When we finally saw the parking lot, we almost cried with relief. Our car was there. Civilization. Safety. But then Jake stopped. "Wait," he said. "Where's my backpack?" We all stopped. Jake didn't have his backpack. "I left it at the campsite," he said, his face pale. When we ran, I just grabbed my sleeping bag. "It doesn't matter," I said. "Let's go. You can get another backpack." But Jake shook his head. My car keys were in the backpack. My wallet, my phone, everything. Damn, we checked our stuff. Between all of us, we had one phone, mine almost dead, some cash, and my car keys. But Jake's car, which was here, we couldn't move without his keys. "I have to go back," Jake said. "I'll just run back, grab the backpack, and come back. In daylight, it'll be 30 minutes. Come with me." "No way," I said. "I'm not going back there. We can call someone, or break a window in your car." But Jake was already running back up the trail. "Wait here. 20 minutes." We watched him disappear into the forest. Sarah screamed his name. Marcus started to follow him, but I stopped him. "No, we're not splitting up. That's what they want." We waited 30 minutes, then 40, then an hour. Jake didn't come back. We called the authorities with my phone before the battery died. They arrived 2 hours later. We told them everything. About Jake, about the creatures, about the voices. They looked at us like we were crazy. They organized a search. 30 people combed those woods for 3 days. They never found Jake. They never found his backpack. They never found anything. It's like he just vanished into thin air. The official report says Jake Martinez, 26 years old, got lost in the Appalachian Mountains and is presumed dead. Animal attack or accident. Case closed. But I know the truth. We know the truth. Jake is out there, somewhere in those woods, with those things. And sometimes, late at night, I get text messages from his number. Messages that say, "Come find me," or "I'm waiting," or "I'm still here." But Jake doesn't have his phone. I know because they found his phone in my car. He had left it with Marcus the day before. Whatever is sending those messages isn't Jake. Marcus had a nervous breakdown 3 months later. He's in an institution now. He keeps saying he sees Jake in the windows at night. Says Jake talks to him. That Jake wants him to come back to the mountains. Sarah moved across the country. She blocked my numbers. She doesn't want to talk about what happened. I don't blame her. And me. I write this as a warning, because I've been getting the dreams. Dreams where I'm back at Hollow Creek, where Jake is there, smiling at me, telling me he stayed because it's beautiful there, that I should join him, that we should all stay. And the scariest part is that part of me wants to go. Part of me wants to return to those mountains. Like something that touched me that night left a mark. A hook, pulling me back. I don't know how much longer I can resist. If you receive this account, if you're reading this, please believe me. Never go to the Appalachian Mountains, especially not to Hollow Creek Trail. And if you go, if you ignore this warning, at least remember this. If you hear voices at night, they're not who they say they are. If you see pale figures in the trees, don't look them in the eyes. And if someone separates from the group, don't go back for them. It's already too late. The mountains will keep them. Like they kept Jake. Like they want to keep me. Never return to the Appalachians.